Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming out today with a Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashi? Hello, Dashi, over in the other room. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member and join Patreon. Omi right now, we'll start off with that, is about 000759, so close to 0076. I had Sanjay on yesterday, Mr. MC1, and he was going about like, hey man, you really got to take a look at it. And you gotta go and say, I can't really do his accent too well, but basically he says like, in order for Omi to be successful, Veve needs to be successful. And we kind of argue, we kind of debate a little bit about what is meaning of success, what's easier way to go. But he's of the camp that Veve NFTs will probably go up first because again the app needs to be successful for the token too. And I agree, Veve NFTs will probably go up before Omi because again you have everything on the app and you only really need to integrate the token a little bit and then Omi will go up, but even if they do that, we still do need exchanges. So getting token utility is one part of it. Exchanges is the other part. Today we have, $672,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. So it's really not good, not a lot. I have 159 million Omi. I'll get up to 160 and then I might stop for a little while. Again, the goal would be to get 169 million. I'm gonna come nice down below with 69 by the end of the year. If I can get it, great. If it stays down here, I'll probably do it. If not, not a huge deal. I'm fine with what I have. Okay, so now getting to the Veve stuff. Also, be advised, guys, there's there used to be like 3 or 4% of my audience was women, and now it's only 0.4% that are female. So where y'all at, ladies? Where y'all at? Guys, bring your girlfriends. Anyway, so we might have some potential new Star Wars drops for Star Wars Appreciation Day, Appreciation Month, whatever it is. They announced another Star Wars trilogy with Daisy Ridley as Rey. It's supposed to be 15 years after The Last Jedi. I don't know about that, but again, if they do decide to do something like that, we could see more digital collectibles from those movies. We don't have a Rey one yet. We do have the Skywalker lightsaber. So you could have Anakin, you could have Luke, and you could have Rey that has it as well. She's supposed to be a Jedi Master in the next one, so I don't think she'll really have kids. I think the Skywalker line and story is hopefully done. We shall see. But speaking of other stuff we could get on Veve, for those of you that kind of missed it from last year, here is C.B. Cebulski, who is a major head executive over at Marvel, and he's over there with David Yu. That obviously was taken back in December, or at least that's when it was posted. They have very, very good partnership over there. Anyway, so this, I guess we're going to go over Tarzan a little bit. Tarzan did not really do so hot, and we'll go over a couple of other drops in the meantime. We'll go over Tarzan 24-hour period. Only sold about 232 of them, and there were at $60. So it was over $10,000 they made. Veve made about $13,920. I think that is actually the poorest performing drop that we've had, I think, all year. Comment down below if you remember another one, maybe like a Rabid. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that was not good for it. I think it did suffer a little bit from the Peely Fantasy thing, where Peely Fantasy happened to go and drop, and that did about $30,000, but that happened to go and drop the same day as the most recent Grail that we had, the Tales of Suspense. So everyone was really focused on that. Not really too much was going on the Peely Fantasy. And this one was dropped, I think it was the same day that the Disney posters were announced. And the Disney posters are something that obviously you go and you have a lot of people wanted to get that. So, okay, why would I get this for $60 when I can get a Disney poster? It's going to be a secret rare for $40. That one did infinitely better. That made about $66,000 from this morning. Again, it's only been out there for a couple of hours. Be advised, the ones that people want most are the Disney Grand Monorail and the Flying Saucers. Those did the best. They sold out more than half. The People Mover was the one that people like the least, and then the Tomorrowland one came in third. But the top two is the one that people really want. Just some numbers on the day. Some people are worried that the license of Binance Exchange in Australia has been revoked. However, people are not really looking into it. And if you do, you just look at the derivatives portion of the trading is revoked. That's it. So really not too much to be concerned about. Somebody had posted, they need to do, talking about Veve and the drops, that they need to do time-based mints, not fixed edition sizes. Let as many people mint for 1 hour then close. This person purports that they would sell a lot more this way, plus things would hold value. I think that's completely wrong. I said that's not really fair for people that work all day, travel, it's their sleep cycle, etc., etc. Like I said, I really don't think that that's the way to do it. But again, the idea's out here. Comment down below if you think I'm wrong. Comment down below if you think that person's right. But again, be advised, that's not really what Veve wants to do. They don't want to make it as a time is of the essence and try to not inculcate fear or instill fear in us, but in order to make it like, oh, this is a rush, got to get it now before it's done. I feel like Veve wants to go and say like, hey, if you missed it, it's okay. You can come and get it at the store. So I don't think it's too big of a deal that we're not selling things out. Again, these are the sizes that are supposed to be meant for the future. It's supposed to be meant for as people come onto the app, and as Sanjay was mentioning yesterday, it's a lot easier to reactivate the extra, several 100,000 users that are no longer active, as opposed to it is to onboarding a couple 100,000 new people. Some people were complaining about the DeLorean time machine as well, or the Back to the Future one. Be advised, we've had. Y'all remember the first DeLorean that had 50,000 commons? Y'all remember that? And it sold out. Be advised that some people were upset because of the amount that we have for the new Back to the Future. The locomotive has 3,209 of them at $60 a piece. Now, be advised, the last one, which is also $60, the flying DeLorean, that one sold 4,367 of it. This one has about 33% less than that one, and it's the same price. So does it sell out right away? Probably not. Will it sell out eventually? Yes, absolutely. I think this will do really well, and it looks freaking amazing. Also, in other news, we have Santiment, who has 158,000 followers on the Twitter, says Ethereum is now being held in self-custody and away from exchanges at the highest level since the week the token was introduced nearly 8 years ago. This essential all-time low ratio of ETH on exchanges, which is 10.31%, indicates confidence from hodlers. It might also indicate a little bit of fear that they don't trust exchanges, but, just my interpretation of things. John Cena is going to be a playable golfer in PGA Tour 2023, a 2K23, which I thought was really wild. We have someone named Des Bryant go over and says, yes, my ape was stolen, and I don't know how. This is crazy. So be advised that for the people that really want to hate on those centralized systems, and they were like, oh, it's not a true NFT, it's not interoperability, and more on that later. Be advised, it is the wild, wild west out there. If it is decentralized, and again, normies, a lot of the people that really don't know what NFTs are, they're not going to want things getting stolen. Like, again, if you store something on MetaMask, store something wherever, oh, someone sent me something free. That's really cool. I like how people do that every now and then. Because people do send stuff for free. Brockman Blockchain always gives a bunch of free airdrops for all his Feesh holders. So if somebody just gets into a really good project, let's say like Feesh, and they say, oh, this person's giving a bunch of airdrops. This is amazing. They have to click to sign for it. And then they get something else. They get another link from somebody else that they don't know. They say, oh, they want to give me something for free, just like Brockman Blockchain does, just like other people do. We get airdrops from. Let me click to sign. But it's not really something free. You click it, and then it says drain wallet, and your wallet's gone. So yeah, that's not a good thing to do. Or I don't want to say it's not a good thing to do to be decentralized. I just say that it comes with a lot of issues, and people are going to be salty, and they're probably going to blame Veve. Why didn't you protect against this? I know, I see it already. And speaking of interoperability, we have Zero Cool saying everyone who is complaining about Veve interoperability. All right, I've tried to stay quiet, but I can't keep listening to uneducated morons. I'll try and make this a short and simple explanation for everyone that's making a fuss as to why your Veve NFTs are not yet interoperable. 1. Licensors must be fed. Currently, there's no way to enforce on-chain royalties. For now, royalties are left up to platforms like Veve and OpenSea to manage until ETH developers work together to build the proposed standard called EIP 2981. This is not up for Veve to develop. EIP 2981 runs on top of the Ethereum blockchain. It's a standard that focuses on signaling to market participants, OpenSea or whoever, the royalty payment information for a given NFT or a set of NFTs. It allows for attaching royalty information to the token itself, thereby making use of common data store and computation layer that all participants can access. Once a royalty system is in place across multiple chains, you will start to see Veve walls come down. The first hint of interoperability is the Immutable X partnership with Polygon. We have Hello K saying, just open it up to the Immutable X market royalty. Just open it up to the Immutable X market. Royalties can be enforced like what Hero is doing with Immutable X is the safest market for Veve, given they still have control over the assets, but it gives people somewhere else outside of the Veve app another option of selling/buying. And a lot of things on Immutable X can be bought with OMI. So Zero Cool says, K, you are incorrect. If the application, which is typically, this is a marketplace, chooses to not recognize the royalty, then it just won't be paid. There's currently no way of enforcing on-chain royalties. The reason for this is because of the contract's transfer function. Okay, Rebut says, the point I was making is release it to Immutable X, not to allow bridging from layer 2 to layer 1, at which point it'd have to be enforced with each market, like you stated. The assets exist on Immutable X, and I'm sure they had the foresight to ensure royalties were added, given that was partly why Immutable X did their thing. And Zero Cool responds, K, if Veve allows sales on Immutable X marketplace, then the NFTs would still need to be walled. I've sold over $20,000 worth of hero cards, in which DC, Hero, and Immutable saw a big fat 0% of the dollars from those transactions. There's no way of enforcing on-chain royalties. Yet. We will get that at some point. We had Sergio Rodriguez say, Veve has sold just about 10% of the available supply for the Tarzan collectible. This was yesterday, so it's obviously up a bit more, maybe like 12, 15% now. But the choices were too many editions, was the price too high, poor quality, or something else, and the majority of people had voted poor quality. I don't really see that much of an issue. I mean, Electra sold out, and, look at her. So I don't want to poop on Electra. I know somebody that has like 130 of those. His particular reasoning was either they're going to fix Electra or they won't. On his first appearance, and yeah, he bought a whole mess of her. Anyway, moving on. For those of you that missed the Payout update, Wire has enabled ACH services for US only. We'll be re-enabling Payout, but only requests from the US are able to be processed at this time. Requests from all other countries will unfortunately be rejected. Thank you again for your patience as we work toward a full restoration of services. Be advised, guys, they probably just picked US. I doubt this is coming from Veve. Most likely it's coming from Wire, saying, okay, we'll open up a section. Which country or which section of the world do you have the most users? Oh, the US. Okay, cool. We'll go there. And then we'll use that. We'll run tests, and then we'll open up to the rest of the world. I mean, again, I doubt this comes from Veve. Or even if it does, I guarantee you there's a reason. And the reason just being, okay, well, it makes sense to do this because this is the most efficient way. I know the Veve team has heard the complaints, has heard the things like, we can't get a lot of drops in Europe, even though some people do, most don't. And America has Payout first. Again, if Veve could have avoided any blowback from this, they would have. Again, the reason that this is most likely it's coming from Wire, even if it wasn't, it was probably the most efficient way to solve this issue. Oh, actually, they even say in the comments, MetaMark says the American bias of Veve continues. And then Veve Digital Collectibles says, we are waiting for more from Wire for international ACH. Thank you for your patience. Veve is really, really nice. I would have told them where to go. Anyway, moving on. We have Tropical saying Spider-Man 2099 first appearance secret rare acquired with mint number 2039, which will be the MC1 100th release year anniversary. Mighty Set completed 2 just in time for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, featuring the one and only Miguel O'Hara. Now, be advised, this particular one, which I happen to have 2 of, one of which is sub 100, just throwing that out there, just so y'all don't say I'm pumping my bags. At one point it was like $3,000, but obviously I was in the bull market. But recently in this bear market, he had been up to $400, $350, $330. It was now at $239. If I had a little bit more funds, I might be getting another one, because that's the one that most people have. The set is hardest to get because it's so much money, because it's a couple $100. Most other people that want to get the Mighties, they can get a lot of sets for a lot cheaper, but that one's a little harder just because Spidey 2099. There's only 2,099 of them, which means 2009 because they keep 90 of them. So yeah, it's hard, but if you want to get it now, it's fairly inexpensive. So there's a licensor expo that apparently the Veve team may or may not be at. That is in Vegas from June 13th to the 15th. Veve Darklink was there last year. If you have something to go and license or want to license, you can go to that and then see who the Veve team is talking to and then kind of put together the pieces there. Oh, they're talking to these licensors. Maybe we'll see them in the future. Again, if you want. I'm not telling you to do that. Just, if you want. In other news, and shout out to Chris Coffey for reporting on this, says, I'm disappointed how fast NFT Twitter let Soulja Boy rug them. Apparently, Soulja Boy opened his OpenSea collection of NFTs for a grand total of 2 days, get as much cash as he wanted, and then he was out. Rip. That's why I do not trust any other person, any other platform. I trust other platforms, but just other projects, very sketch. I trust Feesh, I trust Hero, I trust Veve, I trust a couple of other peeps out there. But yeah, other people do be rugging though. Fantastic Four number 1. Why I think, in my opinion, this is pretty undervalued on the Veve app, and again, I do not have one, is because there are only 11 of these in the real world that are a grade 9.0 or higher, and it is currently going for about $500,000 for this 9.0. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, where's Ashley again? I love you all. And comment down below if you like my shirt. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow, meow.